everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Stokini and I'm a lifestyle enthusiast. My hope is that at the end of this video you would learn something, so please stick with me to the end. Alright, now, have you ever wondered why negative news or bad news travels very quickly or escalates very quickly than good news ever does? Have you ever thought about it? Well, I have been thinking about it, and in this video I'll be giving you 3 reasons why I think negative news escalates quickly or travels very fast than good news ever does. Okay, now I'm not hoping or praying for bad news or negative news to befall anybody, but you know, this is life, so this kind of things happen. Okay, so let's jump right into it. My first reason is that people often tag negative news as more interesting than positive news. People are more interested in negative news than positive news. For example, if I say I woke up this morning healthy and refreshed, that's good news. That's good news, right? But nobody really picks it as interesting because, of course, we expect you to wake up refreshed and healthy, right? But if I say something like, on my way to work this morning I had an accident and I broke a knee, that's negative news or that's bad news. Your next instinct should be, oh, your next response would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, so what happened? You see, so you are more interested in picking negative news than you are to picking positive news. Okay, so when your brain flags an information as negative or bad news, it is stored more carefully and differently by the hippocampus, the part of the brain that is closely associated with memory, right? And then because it is stored differently, there's the need to talk about it. It triggers your thoughts and then you want to talk about it. Okay, so because you have picked it as interesting, you would want to talk about it. Then you go ahead to tell the next person who cares to listen, the next person beside you, that so and so happened. That person picks it as interesting and then stores it up as interesting and also shares it to the next person. And you see, that's how it continues to go. So imagine 4 out of 5 persons regard this information or this news as interesting and then share it to the next 5 persons. You see that that's how bad news spreads. Okay, but positive news, okay, I woke up healthy or I got promoted at work. Of course, that's why you're working, so we expect that you should be promoted. So it's good news, but it's not really as interesting as, you know, how a negative news would seem. So that's my first reason why I think bad news travels or negative news travels very, very quickly than positive news does. Okay, second reason is that negative news or bad news is often more gratifying than good news. Okay, and as humans, we are generally selfish, self-centered, or even jealous. So when you hear a negative news, you'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry something like this happened, but thankfully it is not me. Okay, and then the jealous part is that jealous people are more likely to share negative news about you than they would ever share positive news about you. Okay, so you could get promoted at work, you could expand your business, or something very good happens to you and you're excited about it. You share it with someone who is jealous and then the person is like, oh yeah, okay, congratulations. But that person is not likely to share that information as against saying, on my way to work this morning I had an accident and I broke a knee, or I lost a friend, or you know, I wasn't feeling too well for a long time and this is how serious it was. Someone who is jealous of you is more likely to share that information around, and then that's how it goes to spread. And when they are sharing the information, there's even salt and pepper added into it. So that's my second reason. Now my third reason is that people unconsciously like to attract empathy, sympathy, or even pity. Somehow unconsciously you attract it without necessarily knowing. So something good could happen to you, you have a pleasant news, you might not share it as much as you would share, you know, the information like I was sick for a very long time, or I had an accident and broke a knee, or I lost a dear friend. You'd share that and then you'd expect the person you're sharing it to tell you sorry, or to sympathize with you, or to empathize with you. Okay, so humans or people unconsciously attract this kind of vibe, and that's how the news spreads. Imagine you meeting 5 persons differently, and then you just share this kind of information, and then this 5 persons takes it to the next 5 persons and shares it. Okay, and then when you keep meeting people, because you want to strike up a topic of discussion, or because you want to attract empathy or sympathy, or even pity, you share the misfortune that has happened to you. Now, I'm not hoping or praying for bad news or negative news to befall anybody, but this is life, so this kind of things happen. Okay, so these are my reasons. Do well to let me know any other reasons you might have in the comment section. I'll be waiting to hear from you. All right, okay. Our nugget for today is simply stop making excuses. There's this saying that excuse has never made anyone great, and it's true. You cannot want to be great, or you cannot want to succeed, and then you keep making excuses all the time. Now, your excuse might be reasonable, might be very valid, but you have to look beyond that excuse to actually move on with your life. By the way, there are people who are actually going through what you're going through and are not making excuses. They are moving on with their lives. There are people who have gone through it in the past and were able to achieve 1 or 2 things. And then there are people who would actually go through it in the future and would still surmount that excuse and achieve whatever they want to achieve. Okay, so look beyond the excuse, look beyond the reason for why you haven't started what you want to start, and then just move on with your life. That excuse should be like a springboard or a stepping stone to actualizing whatever plans or dreams you have for yourself. So please today, do away with the excuse, or regardless of the excuse, you could actually achieve whatever you want to achieve. All right, so please don't dwell on your reasons for not succeeding, rather dwell on the reason you have to succeed. Okay, from me to you today, please ditch the excuse, stop making excuse, get up and get going. All right, that is it on this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Kindly share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I'll be waiting to hear from you, and then please don't forget to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button if you haven't. Then also feel free to share this video with your family and friends, and then if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you in my next one. Thank you for watching and stay blessed.